Okay, welcome guys to our Habsida webinar series. And today we're going to talk about how to start learning coding, right? How to study coding in Korea. Yeah. We're going to talk today about introduction, about a little bit about us. And then we're going to talk a lot about coding, how to start, what is coding, what is available on the market as well. We also touch upon the IT market and Korean specifics, which are actually a little bit different from other markets as well, and the possible career trajectories for you guys. And also we're going to focus about foreigners because we are actually an online school that helps only like foreigners. We only work with foreigners, and we know a couple of things, right? We can add 1 or 2 cents to the journey, and then we can tell you what you need to know, right? Especially being a foreigner ourselves, and for you guys also foreigners in Korea. And then we can talk about our school online coding bootcamp, how we can join. Of course, like we need to add some commercial aspect to it as well, right? Okay, and then we also gonna tell you about a special gift from Habsida, right? You probably already know for it what is this, right? And now without further ado, I will gonna introduce our one of the best graduates, full stack developer, leading developer, senior software engineer at Quality, and our graduate, beloved Dimitri Yu guy. I'll also let introduce himself as well. Oh, sorry.
Yep. Hello, everyone. So, yep, as Vladimir said, my name is Dmitry Yugai, and I'm ex-student from Habsida. So, currently working as a senior software engineer at the Voltier. This is Switzerland-based company. And before that, I was also working in the Korean company for about 1 year. And if you will have any kind of questions regarding the difference regarding Korean and foreign companies, I would love to answer to them too. So yeah, and we can, I think, move on. So for the next slide. Yeah, so actually before the Hapshida, I already had some background, like my university background and just when I was studying at the high school, I also was interested in the uh, computer science in HTML and CSS. So, and I think that in about like 16 years old, I just registered for the freelance platform and my way started from the WordPress. Maybe somebody from you know what is it? So actually, it's like a platform where without no coding skills, you can just build a website, and it's pretty popular, especially in the businesses like retail or any kind of this stuff. So in the next slide, you can see that it was pretty successful. So I had some. It's in Russian, sorry, but yeah. Here you can see my profile, and you can see that I on that moment I was building the front end and back end, but it was like not the real front end back end like we imagine now, because now technology is very changed. So basically, in that time, for the front end, if you know the HTML and CSS, you already could call yourself like I'm front end developer. But now, yeah, the things are changed. So yeah, and you can see that there is some technologies like HTML, CSS, SAS, less JavaScript. Technology is changing very fast. So it was this profile was created maybe about 5 or 4 years ago, and you can see that maybe only HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are used still, but other technologies just deprecated. So if you want to be a software engineer, you always have to study something new. So let's continue. And from here, I would like to tell you more about my journey in the Korea. So I moved to Korea with my family, and I was searching job for myself, like in the local websites, job websites. Yeah. And I find out that the technology which I knew before actually not really in demand in Korea. So it was pretty sad to hear. And at that time, I have heard about the Hapshida. And the interesting part was that They were not just give you some courses like, oh, we will give you some information about the front end and back end, but they also make sure that you will be working in the Korea. So this is what I really like and I really loved. So that's why I started my journey with them. Yeah, and yeah, I moved to Korea and I was studying and working. And to be honest, I'm not like Vladimir said, I'm the best, like, because there were other students who graduated even after 3 months or 4 months. Yeah, in my case, it took for me like about 9 months, but yeah, it's really doesn't matter how long it would take because every person is different and somebody can learn everything just in 2 months or 3 months, but somebody can like I know some people who learned for 1 year, and even after it doesn't it didn't kind of it doesn't mean that you're bad or you don't clever enough, because even after 1 year that person actually get very good successful career. So make sure that you don't compare yourself with somebody's. So just take your time. And we can move to the next slide. This is my first company in Korea. So the good part in Habsida is that they have a lot of partners with other Korean companies. And I was really I was really like lucky enough to be spotted by Vladimir. He after my graduation, maybe about like 2 days, he introduced me to another Korean company called Promtown. This is AI startup based in the Korea. So yeah, and this is like uh, this is what I want to say you now is that networking is very important. So even if you know everything without like people, without networking, it's pretty hard to get a job. So yeah, thanks to Hapshida, I get my first job in Korea, and we can move to the next slide. Here you can again in Russian. Sorry guys. But yeah, this is Vladi and he is telling me that yeah, he already introduced me to another CEO, and he just clarify my free time, and we can move to next. So yeah, this is my first team in Korea. So you can see that actually, I was only one who was foreigner. Yeah, actually not. There was two guys, like you can see another guy in the far, like we okay, only two foreigners in the whole company. So it means that everything possible. So even if you don't know Korean well, and maybe you even don't doesn't look like Korean, you still have chances to get a job in Korea. So we can move to next. And here I would like to tell you about how different is uh, Korean IT in Korea. Like in Korea, um, in comparison with the Europe, US, actually worldwide, uh, there is lack of IT software engineers. You know, so even if you study hard and if your soft skills are great, it's very easy and fast to get promoted in Korea. So, and I would like to tell you that in Korea, it's a very interesting situation that your soft skills actually means equal, or in some cases even more than your hard skills. Like if you can deal or if you can communicate with your coworkers well. So, oh, and even if you're not very well at your stack, your technology stack, mm, it will still work. It will still work. And yeah, this is what you need to care about. If you want to work in the Korean company, you have to love the Korean culture, because yeah, this is very matter, and you should be ready to be even not look like Korean, but behave like Korean. Okay, this is very important. So, and you can see that thanks to my soft skills and little bit tech skills, I would say, I get promoted very fast. I got enrolled as a front-end developer first, but after just 2 months, I was promoted to senior front-end engineer. So yeah, and you guys probably know about like GPT and AI. It's very popular nowadays. And yeah, here is the situation. Like a lot of people say that, oh, we have an AI, we have a GPT, and maybe software engineers will be like like be fired, very a lot of fired, and but yeah, in this case, like GPT is very great. It can understand technology very well, but what is it can do is just to be a good person. So if you a good guy, it's very important in the yeah, in the IT field right now. So yeah, and I would say that yeah, here is you can see the decent promotion after the senior front-end to lead software engineer because I was very good at talking with people. Like as a lead software engineer, I was talking very a lot, and this is what I didn't like actually because I more like coding. But yeah, because I was talking a lot, I was spotted by the our boss and just promoted very fast. So yeah, and we can move on. And here you can see my office. So in the left side, you can see like a chimney, like bed. Yeah, you understand, right? I basically was living in the office, and actually, it maybe from some K dramas, uh, you may you know you may heard that the Korean culture is very hard, and even you they they force you to sleep at work, but it isn't actually true. In my case, I was sleeping in the office because my office was in the Seoul, and in the Seoul the prices are very high. Yeah, and I just talked with my boss, and we just decided that for me it would be cheaper and more efficient if I will be living in the office. But of course, I think I just only one guy who was sleeping in the office because all my friends who graduated from Habsida or even not graduated from Habsida, they didn't live in the office. So yeah. And also you can see that in Korea it's because it's very developed country. Even the small startup will give you a lot of nice monitors, and even in our company, boss gave to us like MacBook. So it was actually my first MacBook before I was Windows lover. Yeah, and yeah, thanks to this company, I I just got introduced by the MacBook ecosystem. So yeah, and on the next slide, you can see that, yeah, because I was good at talking with the people, my boss was taking me to a lot of conferences, and this is one of them. Like you can see that there is a lot of people with costumes, with suits, and yeah, this is another opportunity in case if you're interested in to get very good networking skills. Talk with people and have a great soft skills will open a lot of doors for you. So this is very important. And we can move on. This is actually there is a video. Maybe Vladi may yes. So this is what we were doing in my Korean company. Maybe somebody interested. It's like AI image editor, where you can just prompt like what you want to see and make like kids like drawing, and get at the end a nice picture. So you can see in the right up corner like image, which is generated by AI, but based on my draws. So this is what we were building. Pretty interesting, right? So yeah. And yeah, next also we had some like editor similar to Canva. Maybe somebody know. Yeah, please come to the point with your learning experience and projects. Yeah, so learning experience. Maybe I will answer to the question at the final because yeah, if I tell you if I answer you now, it will be it will break like the way how I need to um, say tell you the story about me. So first, let me finish, and then I will answer to your question. Okay. So yeah, yeah, we were building some application where every user could make some design for Instagram and a lot of things. So we can proceed next. Um, Move on, please. Yeah. And now I'm working in the another company. So after 1 year working on in the current company, I was able to move to international company. This company is based in Switzerland, like I said before, and now I'm working just as senior software engineer. So like I said you before, I didn't like to talk very much. So in my case, lead position doesn't really sound well. So that's why I switched to more senior position, like where I will be just make software. So we can move next. Um, yeah, here, this is our company website. So you can see that uh, we have a lot of customers, like 15 millions. And what we're actually doing now. So this is again a software company, and we are making the Chrome extensions for Google Chrome. So we have pretty solid market, a lot of reviews. And if we go to the next slide, you may see that we have bunch of applications, small applications, extensions for the Google Chrome ecosystem. So and we also like Google Cloud partners. So this is sounds very great, right? Yeah. And maybe somebody from you know some applications or used in your daily life. So yeah, yeah, please next. Yeah. Yeah, this is a slide, my journey unicorn. So yeah, recently I was interviewed in another company with another company, which is based in the US. And actually, I didn't pass the interview, but I decided to tell you this because I would like to prepare you that there is no like a solid way to up. Sometimes you will get bad experience. Sometimes you will make some mistakes or get a failure, but this is just a way how we get better. So if you fail something on something, you just need to like, okay, I did it, and don't stop. Just don't stop and push yourself to the next level. Yeah, we can proceed to the next slide. Yeah, this is that company. Yeah, that company was really huge. Like it was written in the previous slide, it was semi-unicorn. Unicorn, basically the company which is evaluation about 1 billion. So in this case, this company just had the half, but yeah, was quite big. Yeah, and we can proceed to the next. Popular coding languages. Yeah. Uh, for the backend in Korea, very important is knowing Java and Kotlin. I don't know, for some reason they really like Java. And yeah, you maybe may heard about different languages like Node.js, like actually JavaScript, but yes, Node.js and Go and other kind of languages which is very popular in Korea and now in the worldwide. But in Korea, they like stability. They like things which is that proved by a lot of years. So yeah, and that's why they really like Java. But for the front end, they pretty open-minded for the front end, and they use pretty solid technologies, which is modern, like React, Vue, Angular. sometimes, but yes, mostly it's React and Vue. So, and for the I can't say you very much about that because, yeah, there is another guy who his name is Vladimir Guy. He's also a professor at the Habsida. So, yeah, he would tell you more about it. But yes, so I'm not AI developer, so I cannot say you much. And design, the last one, design is in Russian, but yes. For the design, it's pretty straightforward. All people just use Figma. Maybe you have heard about that. Figma pretty popular in the world. But yeah. Uh, can you please next? Yes. Hardware. So how to start? Mm, there are a lot of people who are saying about like, oh, I like Windows or oh, I like Apple products. So I would say very simple. If you have MacBook right now, very great. But if you don't and you have Windows laptop, it's also great. Like don't buy expensive gears. Like there is very well-known words. Gears didn't doesn't win Grammys. So gears doesn't matter actually. So even just you have just you need one laptop. That's all where you can learn to code. So yeah, but of course when you get like you say when you get experience between the Windows and Apple, of course you may at some point think about oh maybe I should try Apple product as well. So this is pretty simple. And let's go to the next slide. The programs. So there is also yeah a lot of programs, and actually I like JetBrains products. Like there is actually literally two big companies who making the software for software engineers. It's Microsoft with VS Code and Visual Studio, and JetBrains with they actually have a lot of products. So yeah, like I said previously earlier, just you have to try by yourself. And if you like VS Code, that's your choice. If you like JetBrains products, that's your choice. So just pick what you like. Yeah. And next, please, lead code. So yeah, um, I won't say much about lead code now because lead code um, it's actually the way how big companies like Google and Microsoft hire new engineers. So basically, what is lead code is pretty similar to math Olympiad style type of tasks, where you need to know algorithms and data structures. Yeah, but when you start in your career, it actually doesn't really matter, especially in Korea. So just for now, just skip it. Next, please. And yeah, career paths. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward. If you will enroll to as a front-end developer, after after 1 year or maybe even 6 months, you can start to developing in the full stack direction. What is full stack? Actually, the full stack engineer is the engineer who can do front end and back end at the same time. So yeah, if you will start with the back end, of course you can learn front end and become a full stack also. So and also from the back end you can change your career to blockchain to AI, and for designers it's pretty obvious. The 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 next step is the front end because as a front end engineer, you should have taste of style, like, and you have to be very good at design also, like because front end is UI UX, so you better to understand these conceptions. So yeah, please go next. And what does junior need to know? Yeah, so first is the most important your stack. So I know a lot of people who is actually trying to learn everything. Like they start from JavaScript and then they realize that, oh, I don't like this language. And they change their stack to Python. Or after Python, they change it to something else. So don't do this. So keep your stack because if you will switching often, eventually you will not like get enough experience with one stack, which is pretty important when you get your first job. So yeah, stack, be open for new technologies. Mm, AI uniquization. Actually, yeah, I think there is utilization, like you have to use
Yes,
AI.
yes, utilization.
Yes, utilization. Yeah, you have to use AI. Yeah, of course, because yeah, AI can boost you very, very, very fast and very high. And communications, yeah, of course, because like I said, told you earlier, my first job I got from the Habsida, so communication is very important. Yeah, and yeah, next slide. Um, how to find a job. So there is plenty much of way how to get a first job. Like you can search through the platforms, you can get some networking through the friends, community, freelance, startup programs. So yeah, actually all works. So you just have to try. Yeah. But basically the platforms, I would say that networking maybe even in the if you have good networking, there is even more good chance that you get your first job because on the platform all people are equal. But when you know exactly useful people, is it correct to say like that? But yes, if you know exactly some kind of people who hire somebody, it would be very great if you get this connection and very big chance that you get your first job. So yeah, please next slide. Yeah, I really like Korea with the world. Okay, so yeah, there is again in Russian. Korea should be in English, but okay, Korea with the world. So yeah, as a person who had experience working with the Korean company and worldwide companies, I would say that Korean finding the first job in Korean company is very, I think, much more easier than finding in the worldwide because when you searching for job worldwide, you have very high competition competition between Chinese, Indian people, and everyone. But in Korea, you just compete with local people who actually don't really how to say it's more correctly. They just there is lack of software engineers, so of course finding first job in Korea is much more easier. But after you get some experience, of course it would be better if your next job will be worldwide because you can get more big experience with working. And of course if somebody still didn't like uh, Korean culture, it would be more close to them if they work for the worldwide company. So yeah, this is what I would tell. And in the next slide, uh, I don't know is it really works for you. So, but basically, we get some community. It's called IT FKV. It's in Russian, so we are just collecting Russian software engineers together. But I believe that we can also create something for the English speaking people. So, yeah, maybe in the future. Yes. So please go next. And how to not lose motivation? Yeah. Remind yourself why you're doing this. Divide long course into small victories. Use community. Make a schedule and follow it. Use understanding methods. Accept the failures happen, but temporary. Yeah, basically all this stuff you may heard from YouTube videos, from books, from everywhere. But yes, if you just follow these statements, it will basically help you to not to lose your motivation. Yeah, I actually also used all of them when I was studying. Yeah, and please next. Yeah. Mm, also, I have my personal channel in the Telegram, but again, it's in Russian, so maybe we can just skip for now. Yeah. Mm, yeah. Yes. Oh, but before that, I would like to answer to the question in the chat. So yes. So please come to the point with your learning experience and projects. Okay. So as I understand, you mean about like Habsida, yes? Habsida learning experience, right? And if I'm right, I will tell you. Like I was before studying in different courses. Actually, I'm from Uzbekistan. So and in Uzbekistan there are a lot of another IT courses. And the good part, like the difference between other IT courses and Habsida is that they really uh, want to um, I don't know. They really like they really want to
They want
success.
something, right? I guess.
Something. No. They really want you to be succeed, right? So yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, I was pretty skeptical, to be honest, at the first time when I just heard about Hapshida, but then I just give it a shot. I tried and I just love it. Like what
Oh, really?
Hapshida is doing, yes, they also have parties twice in a year, and yeah, that's really incredible experience where you can meet a lot of people who graduated from this course and who still learning. And you get like, and in case if you lose your motivation and think, oh, I'm very stupid, I cannot do this, you can talk with people who actually graduated and just get another power like, oh, if he did it, it means that I also can do it. So this is very important. And regarding the learning experience, I think it's pretty similar to all courses. Like there is nothing new. You just actually you can learn by yourself everything in YouTube or other courses. But like I said before, the important part is that you get networking with a lot of nice people. So this is what works, and this is what will eventually lead you to success. So yeah. And regarding the projects, like I said earlier, I didn't have any projects because just on the second day after graduation, I get a job. So yeah, but I know some people are making some projects with Hafshida. So yeah, and they say that it's pretty important. They say that it's pretty interesting experience. But unfortunately, I don't have this experience, so I can tell you much about projects. Yeah. Next question. I might have missed two slides because I joined late, but can you please explain what are the first steps you recommend for beginners and upcoming challenges should we prepare for? Yeah, sure. So very important is just not compare yourself with other people. Like at some point you can start to compare yourself like, oh, I'm studying very slowly. Like there are a lot of people who might be more clever than you or more have more talent than you, but it doesn't work because what is work is your discipline. You have to just create a target, create your aim, and just follow to it. Yeah. So and recommendation for beginners: just don't compare yourself with other people, and just be consistent. Yeah, I think that's all.
Nice.
Is Hapshida beginner friendly? I mean, do we have to know the basics? I don't know about now, but when I was enrolled to the Hapshida, they had like tests to make calculator. Like, do we have it now?
No, no, we don't have now.
But
It's like for beginners.
okay, okay. So I think yes, if Hapshida don't have this task now, so it means that it's beginner friendly, I think. So, but of course, you have
I
to.
mean, we try to make it even more friendlier, but yeah,
Uh,
it takes time.
okay.
But
So
we also try not to make it too friendly. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. So yeah, Is Habsida beginner friendly? Yes, it's kind of friendly, but yeah, maybe you need to spend some time to get to know. Like if you, for example, if you don't know how to use computer, maybe you need to learn like what is computer and what is how internet works. So maybe yeah, it would be good.
Yeah, in the beginning, I would say like all people are different and they like have different paths. But like after 2 months, everybody like pretty much similar, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Next question. I'm very interested in coding, but I'm not confident with math. From your experience, which programming language is the most beginner friendly or beneficial? So, in my case, front end, because yeah, backend might seem more complex for people, especially who don't really into math or physics. Because yeah, in the front end, basically what is front end about is just you making the UI and UX interfaces. Like when you open the website, everything what you can see is done by the front end engineer, like buttons, text, and colors, even colors. So that's why having design skills is very important for the front end developer. So yeah, and my suggestion for you, if you not confident with math, give it a shot with the front end first. Yeah. Yes. And actually, there are a lot of vacancies in the Korea, like even big company like Coupang, TOS, and other who's still looking for front end engineers. So I think it's very beneficial nowadays. Yeah. Next question. How it is for those who are doing different faculties and suddenly learning IT without having any background? Yeah. Like I said before, I have university background, but I don't really use it much, especially for the full stack development. If you need something, if you feel that you lack of some knowledge, you can just go back and search through the Google and learn it just in the weekends. So it's pretty easy. Don't let this reason stop you like, oh, I don't have background, so I cannot do coding. So it's totally not true. So you have to try. Yeah, at least have to try.
Yeah, yeah. Surprisingly, like in Korea, only a few people like were really coders from computer science background. Because in Korea, you usually go for the best university possible, right? Doesn't matter the major, right? And then like you switch to the best kind of career possible, right? And a lot of people from good universities, they're switching to, I mean, to any university basically, they're switching to coding careers, right? So like, and companies understand that, right? They value like experience over education for IT. I mean, it's actually surprising given that in other areas, it's not the case at all.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, it doesn't matter in Korea what kind of degree you get in the IT field, like because in software engineering field, skills means more than just
Yeah,
your
of course, if you're like a computer science master degree from Seoul National University,
yeah,
it will also it will only help, right?
yeah, it will be helpful, yes, but yeah, you also can do it without degree. Yeah, so
Yeah.
skills really matters. So yeah. Next question. Hello, this is a personal question. Is it easy
Wow.
for someone don't have background in IT? For example, he did economics. Yeah, totally. It's fine because economics is also like it's about numbers, right? And I don't know
I
this
mean,
word in this.
I mean everything
Yes.
about numbers if you
Yeah.
think about it. Uh,
So I even know some people who came to IT with background in teaching. They were teachers actually, like
oh yeah.
language teachers, and yes, and even in Habsida they have one case where they have marmalade.
Uh, oh no, marmalade, no, mermaid. We had a girl from Ukraine. She was performing as a mermaid in aquarium, right? And then she got a job after our school. as a developer. I think backend Java developer, right? So it's possible, right? I mean, if you
Even
want to
backend.
study, there's a lot of actually people like there's some people like who used to be doctors, three people.
Mhm.
There we have the guy from like acrobat from a circus. We had a guy ex soccer player, and yeah, we have a lot of different people, right? And actually, most of them are not related to any IT, right?
Yeah,
But if you like an engineer, or if you, for example, studied in your bachelor, you also kind of get used to studying, right? And this only thing that you need to study constantly and to make it like more practice wise. Or for example, if you like to play games, let's say, right, or you like to play complicated games and you like do it all over again to get better and better and better, or for example, you excel in sports or excel in any other activity that you're really good at, it also helps because basically it's the same thing. You just want to do it day by day to become better, better and better, and eventually you will reach it. So any of your like success will also like translate to this. But of course, if for example you like let's say math degree, that will only help. Yeah.
yeah, true. So I have nothing to add.
Yeah, but actually, teachers and by our statistics, teachers and engineers and doctors are actually study pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's all about discipline. Yes, and be
Yeah.
constant. Yeah. Next question. Am I am enjoying the course with you guys and you have friendly manager? This is a question or not?
What's the question? I cannot actually read because I'm like,
I am enjoying the course with you guys and you have friendly mentor. So you
okay, thank you,
studying
thank you.
already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm using not my iPad, so I'm kind of like I don't know what to do right now, so I don't see your question. So if you Dima can read it out, it
Yeah,
will be
okay,
good.
okay. No problems.
Any other questions?
Yeah, yeah, we have four more
Okay,
questions.
okay, let's go.
Next question is, when we get graduated from Habsida, can we be very sure that we will be hired and get job in the South Korea with visa without Korean language? And
Okay,
also let me know how will you learn on Habsida? Do you have to attend live classes or we can watch
okay,
it
okay.
time? Okay. Um, I think Vladimir can answer to this one.
Okay. So for the first question, like uh, it's not
About
hundred percent. It's not 100% guarantee because it depends case by case, right? I would just say that if you graduate with us, you will be a pretty good developer. You're not going to be like best of the best, but you at least know how to code, right? And you'll have some project behind you, right? If you speak good English, right? And if you will speak some Korean, any Korean will help. Let's say like a level two, level one Korean, even like if it will help. Or like in the worst case scenario, you don't speak Korean, right? In this case, the job preparation and like job placement period might take some time, right? It might take up to 6 months, right? But we're pretty confident with the given all this background. For 6 months, you will be getting some offers, right? You will be getting some offers, and it will be up to you to receive to like accept offer or not, right? I understand. Like for some people, it will only take like 10 resume to be sent to land let's say a job, right? It's also like depends on luck, depends on situation, about different companies that hiring right now, right? But most of the time, like you need to spend like let's say 5 to 6, 5 to 7 interviews, right, to land one offer, right, and a couple of offers and choose the best one and to land a job, right? And it's possible to do it in a couple of months as well, right? But in some cases, you need to spend more time. So prepare to be patient and just go. And it's also like a routine. Applying for jobs also routine. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's low. I cannot really guarantee 100% that you'll get, but if you like follow our lead, if you do it, what do we say? High probability you will get it, right?
Yeah, and the second part of the question was about live classes, or can we
Mm.
take this at any
Yeah,
time?
we don't have any live classes. We have live sessions, right? In group session and sometimes one-on-one session weekly, 1 or 2 sessions, right, with your mentor. Mentor is also like foreigner who is experience in South Korea, one of our graduates, or like some other guys with a lot of experience as well. We try to bring the best guys for you guys. And then like we also you also like you study like yourself on our platform and you solve a lot of tasks. Actually, that's the best way because like by solving tasks, you will get better and you will also have a feeling that you did it yourself, right? And then, but mentor will also help you to code review what you wrote and just help you a little bit how to like improve your solutions, right? Improve your coding style and so on. So it's basically a combination of you working on it, we checking your knowledge, and we give you like kind of a friend who's experienced developer to help you to navigate different topics and help you around. And also communities are also like you can look out for each other and so on.
Yeah. So yeah, hope we answered to your question. And next question is, I'm studying backend programming, but I don't know how the job market works.
Okay.
So is it like for this course? But I think um, um so I think this guy mean do I still is it really is it still useful for him to apply for this course even if he learning backend programming
Uh,
but
it
don't
it
know
it
the
it
market?
it depends. Like, I wouldn't say that like we are teaching the best in the world, right? It's actually very depends on the person, right? Some people can study themselves. There's actually very few people that can do it, but still. So if you're like pretty confident, you all can do yourself. The people actually goes to us because they want to be more confident and they want to like kind of share the responsibility of this everything to us, and they know that we will guide them only in the way that maximize their potential, right, and getting the job. But yeah, the market is also like is not ideal right now. The market is getting from the second part of last year getting tough, right? Even in Korea, there's kind of being more competitive, but also in this situation, like yeah, any help will also do. We maximize, but like it depends on the person as well. Backend, yeah, backend is good, yeah.
Yeah. Yes, next question. Hello, I'm interested in your data science program.
Hmm.
I have a F4 visa and I know
Hmm.
Korean, but I want an online job after graduation because
Hmm.
I'm an undergraduate student still. Is this possible and how demandable is data science in South Korea? Thank you.
Yeah, data science like actually is more than like 3 times more jobs for data science than for others. Let's say for front end. It's surprisingly because I would say like there's a way more front end people than data science people, right? I guess the reason is everybody want to hire data science people, but don't really know what data science do, right? Because it's very different. They want to do something with AI related. They want to apply for government programs and so on, but they don't really know what to do, right? And they expect like one data science guy will come and solve everything, which is not the case, right? But we can play on their like delusion, right, a little bit. So we can also like give you guys some opportunities. However, like for the data science course, it takes longer, right? Because there's way more to learn. And by learning, I mean you really need to understand some concept and also learn a lot of theoretical things about data, right? This will make course a little bit more challenging than the others, right? Also, for data science, it's also important to have a lot of projects because for different companies work with different like media, right? Some of them work with the text, another with a video, with the audio, with a like image, and so on, so on, so on, so on. Like so, like we will try to give you different kind of projects so you will have a portfolio full, right? But then like of course for F4 is no problem, you can work anywhere, and so there's actually a plus. And without Korean, yeah, that might be also challenging as for all. But the important things for language, Korean language, for IT, is not a must. Any Korean language will help, but it's not a stop factor, right? For most of the companies not to hire you, right? So still you can do it. Of course, there will be companies who will just reject you just because of your Korean. Like, yeah, you need to be prepared for this. But some companies will still consider, right? If the company will already like offer you for interview, right, or like invited you for interview, they really want to hire you. They want to just see like how you will reply, and we have a special person, she's a PhD in social science, and she will help you to navigate how to present yourself in the best way possible, right? Yeah, something like this.
Yeah, but for this person, Korean is not a problem. Yeah. So
It's not a
business,
problem.
yeah, business
This,
visa, Korean. So
I
I'm
mean,
very able
it feels like this person is bragging.
to.
Okay, okay, okay.
But yeah, from my experience, if you're a student and you want to find a full-time job remotely, without experience, it would be pretty difficult. Yeah, even after the course, because especially in Korea, I actually in Korea, remote job is kind of pretty pretty rare, you know, because in Korea, Koreans they like to be close as possible. Like maybe you heard about like these kind of things like hueshik, where after the job on the Friday evening, you get together with your coworkers and drinking something, talking, and become more closer. So that I think because of this, there are pretty rare vacancies who is give you 100 remote jobs. But for example, in my Korean company, we had at least three students who were at that moment studying in the university. So yeah, I think I tend to believe that Korean companies they pretty friendly for the students. So yeah, and especially if you have good Korean and you are have no problems with the visa, I think you will find job. Maybe hybrid, like 3 days
Yeah.
in the home, whatever, and 2 days in the office, something like this.
But I would recommend you to your first job to be not like, for example, Dimitri sleeping in the office, which is like, right? How many times you need to clean, right? But for like at least go regular to the office, because only like this you will learn. You will learn much faster, right? You will talk to colleagues. You will learn also, you will improve your soft skills, and also you will show, even for example, if you sometimes lack in skills, you will show your dedication, and then dedication matters, right? The team player will always beat some like outcasts, right? And it's very hard to prove that you're really working when you don't produce any good result if you're not in the office all day, right? In the office all day, I understand it's not efficient, right? But it's the way it is. And also, like for me, being employer of like more than 10 people, I understand. I see this sometimes, like you can see who is working a lot, and like if the person is working and still like not producing some results for now, like I can, like, give me second chance, right? Other than like person who not in the office and not doing anything, right? For me, like I feel like they just sleeping, right? Which is might be not the case, right? But the situation is this. And Korean people, they want you in the office.
Yeah, absolutely. And yes,
I
in
mean, not only Korean, like Elon Musk want everybody in the office, right?
my
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, in my current company also we had some period when I was working remotely. It was like about 1 month. It was pretty stressful because you don't know exactly what people think about you. When you're in the office, you can feel like, oh, they're satisfied or not. But when you're working from home, it's pretty hard to feel your coworkers, which is pretty important. Yeah, like Labour said, soft skills, dedication is what is matter.
So, so yeah, do like Dimitri, work in the office 24/7 for 1 year, and then find a very lucrative remote job.
Yeah. But yeah, I think the the point that I was living in the office was very beneficial for my
Yeah, I
work.
cannot we cannot reveal his level of compensation. We can only say that he won't consider any new job for less than 100K, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, $100K, yeah, net. So yeah, there's a there's good
yeah,
progress. And
yeah,
maybe more questions.
yeah. There is
Okay.
two questions. Many companies require experience as a beginner. Where can I
Yeah.
get experience? In Habsida, right?
Okay, okay. I try to be kind of direct with you guys, right? Experience matters a lot, but it's a given, right? Everybody will write experience, right? And even you, when you like, let's say, just started, did not just apply for, let's say, only without experience position, only like CNIP, right? You apply for anything up to 3 years, right? and we'll give you projects that will last a couple of months. You will also add experience. You can add experience, and as you because you will be working on a lot of projects, right? As education the company. This will give you minimum requirements to apply for jobs to be considered, because our goal is to put you in front of the interviewer, right? And then interviewer will decide if you're good to go or not, right? But of course, yeah, your experience will matters, and yeah, of course, we will give you more projects, as many as we can, and also it will depend on you guys. Also, when you like looking for a job, unfortunately, like some people do not find it in the first months. So throughout you looking for a job, you also do projects, and you also like do it and also consider it as a portfolio as well. Yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah, next question. How many black foreigners have graduated and are working in Korea?
Which foreigners?
Black,
Black.
black.
Okay. We don't have any uh black graduates, right? We do have more than 15 black students right now. They're on a predominantly data science course, right? And since we launched data science only last year in November, they're still studying, right? So they're going to be graduating late autumn, right? However, like we can share you how many graduates we have. Right now, we have 72 people working in the Korean companies after our courses, all foreigners.
Yeah.
Mostly from Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Russia, some from UK, from Malaysia, they're from Mexico and Brazil, and from US as well. Yeah.
But I think you shouldn't be care about your race because Korea is IT field is very I what I like in the IT field is that skills matters more than anything else. So if you good enough, if you friendly, if it's easy to work with you, I think it's not a problem, yeah, to hire you.
Yeah, it's
So
actually like maybe it will sound a little bit racist, but it is the way it is. Some Korean companies like judge differently people who look like Korean, like Asian, let's say like overseas Koreans, and totally foreigners, right? For totally foreigners, they might be even more beneficial, right? Because
yeah,
they want to have a foreigner like in the team sometimes. Yeah, so
yeah,
like we need to play on our strengths. For example, let's say you are overseas Korean. In this case, we include this. Oh, we are Korean as well. We are like fourth generation Korean. Blah blah blah. I came from Uzbekistan. We also included this in part of our introduction to make a connection between them, right? For example, if you're like let's say foreigner from US, you say, "Oh, I came to Korea because I love Korean culture. I came to here to study, and so on, so on, so on, so on. I want to be continue working in Korea. That's why I want to maximize my potential by learning IT, what I did some kind of project, just give me a chance. It also will be considered as a very good approach.
yeah. So
Every person different. Yeah.
yeah. Next question is, are our courses improved us in the beginner or intermediate level?
So sorry, what?
Are all courses improved us in the beginner or intermediate level? I think
Okay.
it's about like
Mhm.
what kind of uh what kind of software engineer you will be after graduation.
You you will be actually June. You will be a junior. You will be a junior. You might feel like you less than junior. Most of the people will feel like they're less than junior, but some people will feel like they're already a middle. They're both wrong. You like around junior. You're gonna be around junior. Maybe Dima can comment on this, the difference.
Yeah, I can comment that like if you can solve the task without help, you can claim yourself as a middle or even senior software engineer because it's very different from company to company. Like you can be senior at the startup company, but when you go to Google, they will hire you for the middle or even junior position. So it's very different. But what is really matters is how you deal with the business, like how you dealing with the coworkers and how efficient you are. So this is and also if you have like some characteristics like you can self-study, it's not a big problem. So even after graduate after um, graduation from Habsida, some people can be junior, but some people can be middle developers. Like if this person was studying something or making some projects besides the Habsida projects, he will gather more experience than the ordinary who is just follow up the Habsida course. So this is very different. So it's different from
Yeah,
person.
I also want to add that's like a middle or junior. It's not objective knowledge, right? And
Yeah,
it has also nothing to do with how you view yourself, right? Also like situational, right? In some companies, you can be senior because it's everybody way, way
yeah,
worse than you,
yeah,
right? In some companies, even though you like pretty good, you will be drawn because everybody else has 10 years experience, right? Or
yeah.
in some companies, you got like a senior position only because you're old as well, right? So it depends.
Absolutely.
It
This is
depends.
what happens. Yes, I know
Yeah.
one of the graduate from the Hafshida who get like senior position even he just graduated. But yeah,
Yeah, he was like 42 or something. Yeah, that's fine.
yeah,
I mean, it's okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay. So yeah.
Yeah.
Next question. There are many platforms which offers free AI courses like Coursera,
Mhm.
ADX. So what makes Hafshida worth paying to learn?
Okay, actually, I have a very like thoughtful answer to this, right? Because there's what I telling to investors. Maybe that's why nobody invested yet, right? But still, so basically, like I would say, you like this. A person can study themselves, right? According to some researchers, only less than 1% can study themselves because it takes a lot of discipline, right? They used to be, let's say we take 10 years ago back, all courses will provide unique content, right? And you go to courses to get unique content and unique teachers. There is no longer the case. Everything available, right? So what's the problem right now? Why not every single person is an AI developer right now, right? Studying for free. Because our own human kind of limitations, right? We tend to judge ourselves. We tend to not believe in ourselves. We tend to just give up easily, right? And when you realize and you, for example, you want to like lose weight or anything like this, and you started, but then you will take a break and then you will never continue again until the next new year, right? It happens. It's psychology. So basically, like we are not better in content or education at all, right? I would say that we better than, let's say, Udemy and Coursera because we provide you the real mentor, right? Who's the experienced developer, because Coursera and like Udemy is self-paced course, right? And also, if you look at the Coursera Udemy, let's say Python 1 will be like 15,000 people enrolled, right? And Python 2 will be 100, and Python 3 will be like 2, right? It means that nobody, like less than 5% will graduate, right? Our
Yeah,
graduation rate is more than 50% because you pay money and we'll try to make you graduate. We'll try to give you like a heads up. We'll try to like force you to study. We'll remind you. This kind of will like eliminate a little bit the waste. And also by the fact that you're paying money, you're also more strict about it, right? You're more responsible to do it as well, right? So this combination of things, but it's mostly psychology.
yeah. So next question. Um, I want to know, after graduation, is it possible to get internship and the pay during that period? So pay after getting a job.
Okay. Internship are always paid in Korea except when it's not paid, which can be the cases, right? But Korean people by law has to pay, right? We also right now are trying to work around some kind of things when we will sponsor directly or will sponsor through some programs the companies to pay you salary for the internship as well, right? They also might happen in the future by the time you graduate, guys, late 2025. But all internship are usually paid in Korea, so that's a good thing. But consider internship as you already getting a job and try to work very hard because everybody will get 3 months probation period at I mean from 2 to 3 months basically, right? You will have probation period, but you will be considered as a full-time employee, right? We also will give you internship from our company as well, and we actually half of our team our previous students, right? So it's also might be possible as well.
But I believe that the question was about to pay for the study, like pay to Habsida after getting a job.
After getting job. Oh,
Yeah.
we used to do it before, but these days we don't. In some particular cases we might do it, but it depends on the case. So like write to me in DM and I will consider it.
Yep. So, and last question, yes. When the
Okay.
data science program gonna start?
Oh, that's actually a timely question. It starts tomorrow. So, I mean, it starts around every 2 months, right? And the English batch starts tomorrow. But if you need, like, will be like, let's say, a week late, you can start as well in the current batch, but you will need to a little bit, like, uh, put up some pace, right?
Yeah, and we have a hand from the Hosan, Mr. Hosan. So,
Okay, let's go.
are you here? Because he raised his hand maybe 10 minutes ago. So we ended with the questions.
Okay, let
Oh, yeah,
me.
yeah. Here's question, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Hello, everyone. Good evening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hello.
Uh, Basically, I want to interested in data science and I want to start, but I have little knowledge about Python language and computer fundamental basics. I know about it. May I join in data science program right now?
Yeah, I mean, it would be very kind of harsh for us to require our students to know very good Python before they start, right? Because as we also educational company, we want to make it available for everybody. That's why they would be paid Python basics and there would be data visualization basics, right? So you will go through the profession, you will start like slowly and you will learn everything needed. Of course, the guys who already know Python very well, they can go faster, but it doesn't mean that you cannot do it, right? And they don't need to wait for you. So it's like self-paced course. So if you go faster, you'll graduate faster. If you go slow, you'll graduate slower, but you'll still graduate.
How long time did you take for this
12
course?
months on average.
Uh,
12 months, if you put up 2 hours per day, right? I mean, we were from 1 to 2 hours, depends on the person, right? So if you like put more time, you will graduate faster.
oh, there's and you say payment before tomorrow or maybe next 2 months later it will be start the course again. I'm
Yep.
really serious about this matter. So as soon as possible, I want to enroll in data science course. That's why I knocked to you.
Okay. Sounds good.
Uh, I mean, when it will be start and how to join the courses.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
You can write to your channel, right? When we receive the link, and they will like I guess they will consult you about this.
Okay, thank you for your
Yeah,
good
no problem.
responses.
Okay, before we all go to do our own things, actually, I skipped all my parts of a presentation, which I am not sad about it at all. I just want to show you a little bit, couple of slides before you guys left. I'm not sure actually. Maybe already everybody left. I don't see the
No,
count,
no,
right?
they
Okay, 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 okay. So there's a 50,000 development shortage by 2028. Actually, I always say it's a shortage, but actually it's only AI, actually. They say it's AI specifically. So it doesn't really count it another professions, right? Like for example, front and back. And I would say there would be widened, right? Some people say that, oh, because of AI, they're not gonna be so, but you don't know Korean companies, you know worldwide companies. They don't know anything about it, right? Like they cannot even understand sometimes Notion, right? Not only AI. So like it would be still a lot of opportunities. And actually it will be more opportunities because every single company right now they're doing conventional business, they will do something with AI for sure. But most AI jobs wouldn't be like training your own model. Most AI jobs would be assembling something from existing AIs, right? From existing AI models, which is also require you like developing skills, right? For example, like printing shops, we're gonna do it. Just brick and mortar stores, we're gonna do it. So you will be ready for this opportunity. Also, there's just I'm gonna see, for example, UX designer. There's more than 2,000 vacancies right now. Java to 2,300 and AI 5,800. I don't believe it's real. It's real, but I don't believe even 10% will get the AI guys, because there's not so many AI guys, right? But at least the demand is big. Okay, and now I will show you for the last part. Okay, maybe a couple of guys from who graduated, right? It's a Hussein from Uzbekistan. He was one of our first graduate. He graduated university, Korean University, in computer science, but he couldn't really like code very well, because in Korean universities usually academic things, right? So we he goes through our Java course, and he already got like five companies already hired him and sponsored his visa. And there's also she used to be housewife. She gave a birth, and then now she graduated and got a job as a designer. She was actually originally not a designer. And there's a guy who used to do data analyst, right? And then he switched to Java developer, and he worked for Korea, and he got his visa sponsored. And now he actually last year in summer he got headhunted to Netherlands company, and he moved to Netherlands. There's one of our also guy who used to work in the Honda as a translator. He's from Canada, and now yeah, he went back to Canada, also working as a developer, but he had 3 or 2 jobs here as well. And the English instructor is as many of maybe if some of is you guys. He learned with us for around 1 year, and he got a job very quickly, like maybe in 2 weeks. Okay, if that's it, guys, thank you guys for joining today. Right, I hope it was interesting for you guys. It was definitely interesting for us because there was a lot of
Oh, wait,
questions.
another question.
Okay.
And how much time I need to spend a day for it?
Yeah, I would recommend you to spend at least 1 or 2 hours per day. And it's better to spend 1 to 2 hours per day than spend 24 hours 1 day a week. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just consistency, guys. Consistency, guys.
consistent.
How about Dima, you? How many hours you spend?
Oh, in my case, at least 3 to 4 hours every day.
Every week, right?
Yeah.
Every day? Okay.
Yeah, because it's it's way much better when you study like constantly. We Because when you're studying like only on weekends, through the working days, you can lose all information, and you're gonna have some time to remember everything. So consistency is very much more better than just working just for 1 shot or 2 shots during the week. So yeah, I think that's it. We don't have any questions, so maybe we can finish. I feel pretty bad for those 2 people who was not joining, but yeah, I believe we record this, yes, so maybe we can,
Yeah, we recorded this. Yeah, we will share it
in
later.
case
So they
some
will
questions you can give me
they
about
will
it.
also know your amazing story.